everybody, and welcome to this video where I will be talking about all of my tattoos. I have 8 tattoos all in all, and the most recent one I got just a few weeks ago, and it was kind of a spontaneous tattoo, but it still means a lot to me. But I will go through my tattoos chronologically, starting with the first one and ending with the newest one, describing to you what it means to me and pain level wise and stuff like that. I've always been a big fan of body modifications, piercings, tattoos, and I even considered getting a scarification at one point, and I haven't completely gone away from that idea, but I would have to find someone who's really good at it, since it can fuck up quite badly if you don't know how to do it properly. I'm going to be having a new tattoo as well in a couple of months' time. That is probably going to be my biggest tattoo yet. I am still considering 2 options. One of them is to have my arm tattooed. I'm sorry, I have a bruise right here. Is to have a big an owl that I've drawn myself. This is my pretty owl that I want to have, and these are supposed to be waves, but they are looking a little bit too swirly for me, so I'm going to have my tattoo artist help me to make them more into Japanese sort of waves. This is a tribute tattoo to my mom, because she loves owls, and also she is, you know, the person I always go to for, you know, advice and stuff. So she is the wise owl in my life. And I am Cancer, so I'm a water sign, and I'm very, in my personality, very flowy and unruly, kind of like water. So I figured I would turn the feathers into water. Or I'm considered getting my other thigh tattooed, and it's also a drawing I've done myself that needs a bit of work. I would still like to keep it in a maybe a bit of a sketchy style, but it is so awesome, and I'm also going to be doing a few adjustments to it. It is this lady here who is half beauty, half beast, you could say. And it has like this horn that kind of makes up for the hair, and it has 3 roses, which I am not happy with, so I'm going to have them, you know, more realistically, and her hair turns into these dead trees, and it's kind of like the whole life and death duality and beauty and, you know, horror at the same time. So this would be a big thigh piece, or the owl is going to be what I'm gonna get. Either way, it's going to be a huge tattoo next time. So let's get into it, and I'll show you my first tattoo. This tattoo was my very first one that I had, and it depicts 4 Madonna lilies. That symbolizes 4 people in my life who have been crucial to me. You could say surviving my mental illness, which is borderline personality disorder, and they have been there for me, and they are the reason why I am alive still. So it's a very deep first tattoo to get, and I drew it myself. I'm really happy with it. I think I only paid like 100 euros for it. It was at a private tattoo parlor, and you know, it could have been done prettier, but to me it means so much to me. The symbolism of it is so powerful that I just love it. Pain-wise, it has been a very long time since I had it, but as I remember, it was not bad at all. I think I would give that maybe from 1 to 10, where 1 is, you know, very, very easy. You can hardly feel anything. Then and 10 is really, really bad pain, unbearable, and I think I would say it's in the middle, a healthy middle. My second tattoo was my northern stars on my hips, and please don't flag this video for, I don't know, me pulling down my pants a little bit. The 2 northern stars were a symbol of me going through a period in my time where I kind of had enough with other people's shit, and a time where I started to develop more thick skin and not take people's crap anymore. Originally I wanted them on my knees because it is a Russian mob thing, and it's not because I'm really into Russian mob things normally, but I like that. I really like that idea of, you know, that you don't bend down to anyone, you don't fall on your knees for anyone, and that you stand up and you're proud of yourself and you are your own boss, and that you don't bend down to anyone. Instead of my knees or sitting on my knees, it would kind of be laying down flat on the ground for others, so that these stars never face downwards. Pain-wise, the stars were very, very painful. I'd say it goes all the way up on a 10 because the skin near the hips is so thin. There's no fat to, or you know, muscle to really, you know, take off from the pain, and they had to color them in. So they had to go over and over and over in the same spot, and it was excruciating. It was so bad. And I nearly cried several times. It was horrible. And I had my threshold of pain pushed several times. Absolutely horrible, and I am dreading having them retouched. But I do want to have them all in black, so there will be 2 black stars, which will also be a little, you know, it's a while since he died, but kind of like my little tribute to David Bowie since his Black Star album. So my 3rd tattoo actually took me a long time from having my stars tattooed and then until my next one. It actually took, I think, 4 or 5 years in between. So and the special thing about my 3rd tattoo is that I actually tattooed it myself. As you can see, it is a bird. It is a swallow, and what it has in its little claws is a twig of sage, which is, I believe, to be the or it's salvia, I think. And salvia is the herb for infinite life or eternal life and infinity and all that. So I did this myself while I was a tattoo apprentice at my very good friend's place, his tattoo parlor. And yeah, I did it over an afternoon, and it was a really cool experience to tattoo myself. And I know it's not perfect, but to me, I love it so much because it is, yeah, myself who has done it. So, and that was my 3rd time tattooing someone. Pain-wise, I'd say this was a 4, I think, yeah, because there's so much muscle and, you know, fat and stuff that can kind of take off from the pain. Of course, it will always, you know, it will always hurt. I mean, you know, if you know, hear me say, okay, it wasn't bad at all, it doesn't mean it's not gonna hurt. You are penetrating your skin with, you know, a needle that goes crazy fast, so it's obviously gonna hurt. But I do believe I have a very high pain threshold. So for you, it might be completely different if you have a thigh tattoo, and you might find it a lot worse. And a place where I can find, you know, it hurts a lot, you maybe feel like it didn't hurt at all. So it's very complicated with different thresholds, and people always, you know, maybe ask me, oh, you know, where should I get my first tattoo if I don't want it to hurt? It's gonna hurt no matter what. So get it wherever you want. My fourth tattoo is this one. This is my 27 tattoo in Roman numbers, and this tattoo is so special to me. It is my smallest tattoo, but probably one of the most significant ones. 27 is a number that has followed me my whole life. It has a very positive meaning to me, and it's kind of my guardian angel number. So whenever 27 appears to me a lot through a day, I know that today I have, a day where I'm especially protected, or I'm in especially good energy. To me, it feels like it's always been there and it's a part of me, and I would feel incomplete without it, to be honest. Pain-wise for this one, extremely bearable. I'd say a 2 to 3, because it might have been done with a small needle, a very thin needle, but this took no time to make, and therefore I only had to sit for maybe half an hour tops. This tattoo is a script in Danish that reads Baggles, and it directly translates to the smoke of the power plant. And this is a little story it has behind it. It is in the spirit of my dad and something he said with his old friend, that they kind of made these little sketches when they were younger. And the metaphor is that life is messy, life gives you a lot of smoke, so you need to be able to handle and withstand some filth in your life in order to get through it, because you don't get through life without getting dirty. So that is what it reminds me of, and it's one of the rules I live by. Is it's okay to get dirty, it's okay if things get messy, as long as you stand your ground and that you keep coming back, you keep standing right back up. So a very positive meaning to it. Pain-wise, this one was a 4. To me, it didn't hurt. It was a little bit painful at the end, but it was the closer he got up to the elbow part, the armpit, the more it hurt. So I could definitely imagine having your armpit tattooed would hurt like a bitch, but this one didn't hurt. Like, it was very, very tolerable. And my 6th tattoo is this one. My 6th tattoo is the Moth, the Death Hawk Moth from the cover of Silence of the Lambs, with Hannibal Lecter and all that. And it is basically my tribute tattoo to all things horror related, and especially the Hannibal series, which I am really a big fan of. And I just love moths, and I wanted a Death Hawk moth forever. The butterfly of the night, which is kind of also like me. I'm more of a night person than a day person. So this one I'm really, really happy about. It's definitely one of my prettiest tattoos, and my amazing tattoo artist did an awesome job with all the details, and it's just super cool. I love it so much. On a pain-wise scale, I'd say it was on a 6 and bordered to a 7 at certain points, because it is so dark and it's so saturated with black. It needed to be tattooed over and over and over again at the same spots, and your skin gets really annoyed and it's more painful. So I'd say this one is definitely one of my most painful tattoos so far. And it hurt, especially as he got closer to, the crease in my arm right here. It definitely started to hurt, and it was, it's delicate skin and sensitive skin right here. But it was so worth it. I'm so stoked about it, and I proudly, present it to people, and they're like, oh, isn't that the moth from, Silence of the Lambs? And I'm like, yes, it is. It's so awesome. So I actually counted my stars as, you know, 1 to 2 since I had them done at the same time. So that means that my 8th tattoo is actually my 7th. Even if I technically have 8 tattoos, I still count my stars as a part of, you know, it's one piece. Like, so my 8th tattoo I got very recently, and it's definitely, it's so pretty. Like, along with that one and my Moth tattoo is definitely my prettiest tattoos, and I'm super stoked about it. This is my Dragonfly tattoo that I had done, and it has little like dot work, as you can see here, around it. It has a jewel at this part, lovely white highlights on it, and I'm super stoked about it. This tattoo was very spontaneous. I have always wanted a dragonfly, and I'll explain to you why. But one day I saw on my Facebook that my tattoo artist had a guest tattoo artist in from England, and her name is Nush Turner. So when I saw her work and I saw this dragonfly that she had made flash art from, and I actually got to keep the flash art, which I really like. Here is the flash art. It is really pretty, and I just love the way that it turned out. It looks so amazing, and Nush did an amazing job, but it was so spontaneous. And it's been a long time since I've been spontaneous like that with tattoos, but I just knew when I saw it, this is exactly what I want. Like, this is a design that I love so much, and I just, you know, said to my tattoo artist, okay, I'm coming in a couple of hours, so keep that one for me, I want it. So the dragonfly basically represents my home and my where I come from, where I grew up. And I've grown up by the beach all my life, and we have this huge, amazing, beautiful laguna where there are tons of dragonflies, and I always found them so beautiful and delicate with their wings and the way they shine, you know, green and blue in the light. And they are so beautiful insects, I think. So that's kind of a reminder of my home, where I come from, and all the memories I have by the laguna. Pain-wise, I'd say that the dragonfly, it hurt the more she got closer to the elbow part, where it's, you know, it's all bones practically. And when she tattooed along the bone in the arm right here, it kind of hurt. So I would have to say this, you know, maybe also a 6 to a 7 on a scale of 1 to 10, because of also it has a lot of, you know, black and right here, and there's a lot of detail to it. So I think this one, it took a couple of hours to do. So but it's definitely one of my favorite tattoos so far, and I'm definitely not done getting tattooed yet. I still have a lot of things I want to have done, like the pieces I showed you at the beginning with the owl and the girl with half skeleton and half, you know, pretty and young looking. I also want to have both my feet done. I don't know what I'm gonna have yet, but I know that I want tattoos on both my feet, at the top of my feet. I do know that I want an underbust tattoo at one point, and with this one I'm kind of considering either to have like an open bird cage of some sort and have it semi-realistic, with, you know, maybe having, you know, kind of my ribs and my anatomy tattooed on there, and with, you know, maybe flowers, antlers or something like that. And or I would have it a giant bee, because I love bees. I think they're cute and amazing, and they're so precious. So then I would have like kind of made my rib cage into a beehive with also, you know, flowers and honeycomb and all that kind of stuff. So that is also what I want to have done, and I also want to have a quote done from one of my favorite bands, which is Parkway Drive, and it's from their song called Karma, and the quote is, "Shipwrecked bones carry my seasick heart home." And it kind of refers to my illness, borderline personality disorder, since I've always had identity problems, not really knowing who I am, where I fit in. So for, you know, that's something that will carry my heart home, or, you know, the battles I've had and all the skeletons, you know, in metaphor I've left behind, that kind of in the aftermath of all that, it carries my heart home, which has been seasick its whole life, wanting to have some place to be. So thank you guys so much for watching my tattoo video, and there will be more to come soon, since I already want to have more done. So I'll keep you guys posted and take you on another adventure with me in the future. But if you like this video, please give me a little thumbs up and make sure to comment. What do you think about tattoos? Are they good? Are they bad? Do you have any? And what are your favorites? Or maybe you want to have something done in the future. Take really good care, guys, and I will look forward to making my next video for you soon.